Give Sam. I like always give the other team credit. We hadn't seen zone. Their zone bothered us. Give Scott credit. He's a good coach. I really like his team. Anybody that's won 2 road games, which Samford has already coming in, I believe has a big advantage. They're doing something right. They came in, I think they're out rebounding their opponents by 11 coming into the game tonight. Was the kid the leading rebounder in the country? Second coming in, Walker. He got 11 again tonight. We let missed layups and missed open shots affect our energy level in the first half, and everybody does it. You know, it's dangerous in basketball to let your offense affect your defensive energy, and that happened for us. We won the game. If you want to know why we won the game, the second half, it ain't like we only made 1 3. Defense and rebounding. We had 16 second chance points in the second half. We held them to 20% from the field. So that was the difference. I'm not sure what the turnovers were in the second half, but we created quite a bit, our steals.
You held down to 1 3-point field goal in the second.
I probably got, I'm sure a little of that was fatigue.
Good to see Kevin Johnson break out a little bit.
I just want all these guys, to be honest with you, to worry about playing hard and playing defense. Shoot when you're open, pass when you're not. And I'll be honest with you, I think Kevin and Troy, they both want to have great senior years, and I think that they both need to relax. I was trying to, I don't know what's legal with the medicine out there. I don't think I have anything left over from a couple years ago when I was able to enjoy some relaxing medicine on some nights of stress, watching us play on the road. But and they got to relax. When they miss a shot, their body language is, you can just see it. Like, they're so upset when they miss a shot. You can't play that way. You can't play. You got to move on to the next shot. You can't play that way. And both of them, I think, putting too much pressure on themselves to make every shot they take.
Does it say anything about your team, the way they came back?
Oh, yeah. We got good kids, and they care, and they try hard. We didn't, I thought other than Nasir, our bench didn't help us at all tonight. We had 3 guys combined for no deflections in 26 minutes. But Nasir, I thought, was huge, especially to start the second half without, playing the first 8 minutes without Kyle, where we were able to make a run. So that's a huge positive. He's got that in him. With young players, they're up, they're down, like Jake went through last year. Trey, Justin, and Jaron are all much better than they played tonight. But Nasir was a huge bright spot for our team.
Some of us were talking, you came out second half, we noticed your tie was gone. Did you have a nice chat with him at halftime, or was there any,
I thought it was warm in here. It's even warm in here now. Being honest with you, I thought it was warm in here now. In all seriousness. Now, if you're asking me what I said at halftime, I said, you keep trying to win. I told him the same thing I told him after the Rhode Island game. But that I can't go nuts every time, every day. I can't do it. I'd like to watch Sammy grow up. At some point, they got to have the emotion and the energy and the toughness. And I'm being dead serious. I can't do it. It's draining. And they'll get sick of me doing it. You keep trying to win with jump shots, you're going to lose games. It doesn't work. You're going to win half your games, and you're not going to any tournaments. You better worry about playing defense, rebounding, and playing together, and get on loose balls. So I will tell you this, before I forget, I thought our home crowd, for the first time in a long time, maybe because we don't trail like that much here, I thought they really helped our comeback. They stayed with the guys, and I thought they really tried to be a legitimate 6-man, and that was nice to see, because obviously I do notice that stuff. I mean, I can't control it, and I'm here regardless. I'm happy to be here, but it was very nice to see that.
Coach, you talked about Brooks being a bright spot, but what about his game, his 15 minutes in particular, impressed you? Was it his not fouling? Was it his...
Oh, his defense, 3 block shots. And you got to say most of the time he's out there matched up on a Walker, who would come in averaging 16 and 16. He thought he protected his teammates when they got beat. He didn't have any blown assignments, and he did a good job finishing around the basket.
Is this something with him in practice that has been coming?
He was really sick over the weekend. The same thing that Kevin had, the same thing half the city had. So he was not himself at all up in Connecticut at the tournament. So today he told me a shoot around. Today's the first day he's starting to feel better. But with young players, they're up and down. That's just kind of. He has an advantage though. Nasir has an advantage over most young players. He knows who he is. When he's getting dressed, he's thinking about rebounding, defense, and blocking shots. I've had to get him to where we throw him the ball much more than any team he's played on in the last 2 years, because he played with some guys who are going to play in the NBA and AAU and at his prep school, and they never threw him the ball. So, but it's a big advantage in our sport to know what your niche is, and he's thinking about defense at all times and rebounding and blocking shots. So it's going to be big for us because Kyle has a tendency to get in foul trouble. As
Those
we
guys,
all know.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Those guys have respiratory things?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Respiratory, bronchial thing, bad, really bad. They get in their chest and they think they're struggling. He was struggling to breathe when he was running up at the Mohegan Sun.
That's just basketball, man. They went through a great run. Samford put on a tough run for us. Great team. But it's just basketball. You got to face adversity. Just had to get through it, calm down, figure out our defense, make some shots, and let the game play out the way it's going to play out.
24-0 though, that's a heck of a run.
Yes, that's what I say. I'm going to give congrats to Samford for sure for making shots and being a tough team tonight.
Were they just getting two open looks that weren't being guarded out on the perimeter, or what?
Whether they open looks or tough shots, Samford made them. And kudos to them making shots, definitely. That's tough to make some shots against Bearcats, and they did it. So, great team, great players.
You've struggled a little bit with your shot at the beginning of the season. You got 10 points tonight. That has to feel good.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's been like for you so far.
Just trying to stick with it, stay confident. Got sick a couple weeks back, and just trying to stay with it, play defense, and be a vocal leader for my team. Listen to coach, not worrying about it, and getting out the slump. And my teammates are always next to me, man, telling me to keep shooting, and they'll fall, and they believe in me. So it definitely makes it easier for me.
You think this gets you out of the slump?
A little bit, just want to make some shots for us, man, help our offense. And, of course, I'm going to do my thing on defense for our team. So it'll just help us all together.
Kyle, you're a high-energy guy. Had to sit for a long time. About ready to jump out of your skin when you were able to get back in there in the second half and finally contribute.
I made a few mental errors at the beginning of the game. Coach explicitly told me not to go for blocks with just my left hand, closing out with my left hand, opening up, and that's exactly what I did. So I think I suffered a penalty for that one. And I was just ready to make an impact. I had to shout out Nasir Brooks because he did a great job with his minutes tonight. He really held it down. And another shout out to Kev and Troy because they really held it down when I was out, and they did a great job in the first and second half. This Samford team was really good. I told them that they should win the SoCon, and that's what conference they're in, right?
Is this something from Nasir that you guys have kind of seen coming where he, obviously you could see when he got here there was some talent.
Yeah.
But is he starting to come?
Yeah, he's really starting to blossom. He goes 110% all the time.
All the time.
And, he just has to keep working because he has a great mentality. He wants to work, he wants to get better, and he wants to help our team. So those are three great facets of his game that he can build on.
You guys play a lot of games, obviously, in your career, but you're down 16 at home. It's still pretty early. Was there any sense of, I don't want to use the word panic, but what are you guys thinking at that point? How do you get back in the game?
Defense. Worrying about defense. You're going to miss and make shots. It'll come, but the one thing is with the defense, it turn into easy shots. You get a rhythm. We got a couple steals during that little period, was able to make some shots, get some layups, some foul calls, and then they get the juices flowing and the game becomes on our end. So just worrying about defense and deflections. That's all we could do at that time to fight back and get back in it.
Kevin, they made 7 3-pointers in the first half, just 1 in the adjustments you made after the break?
Definitely finding number 4. That kid can shoot. Flat out, he can shoot. Finding him, because I feel like the first half he might have hit 4 out of the 7. So finding him and try not to put ourselves in so many scrambles. So are we closing out, or we just got to hesitate or a step short? Just trying to keep them on our chest and make them make tough shots and rebound the ball.
You guys were impressed, obviously, by that team, especially in the first half. But Kyle, like you said, you thought they had a chance to win their league. They're picked to finish 7th. Obviously,
crazy.
you don't think about this during the game, but when you look back now, do you feel like you had dodged a bullet because you had lost to a team like that without a gun to your resume?
Oh yeah, oh, for sure. But we have a never say die attitude. Honestly, that's how our coach is. That's how the culture is here. So if you don't come out every night expecting to fight, no matter what happens, like Kev said, they came out and they had a great run, and it was looking ugly for a minute. But we came in the second half and we were like, come on, we're gonna keep fighting. So we were gonna get it done regardless. I have faith in everybody who was in the game, and it was a good test for us. Like, we don't have any cupcakes for our non-conference, especially at home. But it was a good test. That's surprising. I forgot there is other good teams in the SoCon, but yeah, we'll be fine.
It helped to get within 5 at halftime, not have to go in facing like a 15-point
Hey,
Exactly. Like I told you, Kev and Troy, Jacob had his moments in the first half. Everybody really had their moments in the first half where they were just, keeping it from getting really ugly. So when we were going down 5, I was just trying to be there for my team. That's it.
Good. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, fellas.